Season 5 of Where Hawaii Eats is sponsored by the Honolulu Star Advertisers Dining Out, Cisco, Hawaii, the Outrigger Hotels and Resorts, Hawaii Cancer Care, Maui's Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows, Red Knot, Hawaii. Welcome to Where Hawaii Eats. We're on Front Street at a new restaurant called Duckine. I wanted to meet with the person that opened a restaurant after quarantine. And who would do that? But this guy.
Me.
This is Rob. He is the owner of this establishment that just opened. Thank you for joining me.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So tell me about this place. This was the former, I guess, only like sit-down Chinese restaurant in Maui.
That's right, yeah. This was a restaurant called Fu Lin. It was a wonderful restaurant for 18 years, run by the sweetest lady called May. She had been pretty much running this restaurant single-handedly for those 18 years, and there was a real gap for a good sit-down Chinese restaurant in Maui, so we really wanted to kind of take the opportunity to bring something new to the island and to the west side.
Is it true that a lot of people from Maui go to Oahu specifically for dim sum?
It is. My wife is from Lahaina. Her grandparents go periodically, maybe once or twice a month to Oahu to get dim sum because they're such big dim sum fans. So when we got the opportunity to take this restaurant, we really wanted to make sure that was a part of what we offered.
Can we sample the lunch dishes that were prepared for us?
We have the tofu stew here. So this is done with a truffle black bean sauce. There is Chinese long beans, a little pickled red onions in there. And it's finished with a red miso coconut that brings a little spice, a little heat as well. This is served with a scoop of white rice. We can also substitute fried rice. This is our kitchen assassin fried chicken, the KAFC. This is served with a sticky icky hoisin, which is wonderful. Adds a lot of flavor. Also, again, with rice and those pickled onions. And probably my favorite on the far side is the char siu pork chop.
Wow.
Black sesame bok choy, and a wonderful bacon gremolata across the top of that dish.
Awesome.
You know, these are items that are available on our full menu, on our dinner menu, but we wanted to make it more of an approachable lunch style item.
Okay.
So we've recently come up with these small plates, and we have a small lunch menu.
So I can understand you opening up the restaurant to fill that void because there were people that that came in here and they're like, where do we go for Chinese now?
Right.
So now you open that up. You're giving homage to the previous ownership with the signs in the dining room.
Yeah.
And you're bringing that tradition, keeping it alive, and offering Chinese food.
We really wanted to make sure that we like you said, pay homage to the restaurant, but we brought something new, and we redesigned, and we brought some new energy and some new ideas to the table as well.
Okay, let's sample this here. So this is your favorite, you said.
That's my favorite, the pork tomahawk right there, but I'm going to start with this tofu stew.
So tell me how you got into the restaurant industry.
So I was born and raised in the restaurant industry, really. My parents owned a restaurant as I was growing up. I grew up in the north of England, in Yorkshire. My family actually ran a Tex-Mex restaurant, believe it or not.
Is that right?
In rural England. So I always had an affinity and a passion for the business. I love seeing the joy on people's face when they try something new, or they try a new cocktail or new flavors for the first time. So that's really what kind of drives my passion for this business.
That's really good.
It's really good, right?
So how did you get to meet Chef Alvin?
So I took over at Mala almost 5 years ago. I was a manager there, quickly progressed to the AGM position and then also the general manager position. As COVID hit, we had an opportunity to really kind of redesign and realign what we believe Mala was all about and what our long-term goals were with Mala, and kind of sped that up a little bit for us. So we did chef takeover dinners. We did a variety of different things to keep people interested during COVID. And that's when we met Chef Alvin. We worked with tens of different locally famous chefs, and he was by far the most talented that we worked with, and we really hit it off straight away. So that was a relationship that developed quite quickly. See a lot of similarities with my front of house style and his back of house style. We both like to be very aesthetically pleasing, bring a lot of colors, textures. So we were kind of a match made in heaven. May I pour you some tea?
Yes, please. So you serve tea during lunch as well.
We serve tea throughout the day. We have a variety of hot tea selections. This is a jasmine tea, so very floral and fragrant. We love the oolong tea as well, a nice red tea. One of those things that I'm very familiar with, being from the UK originally, so it was a great opportunity to kind of. It's good, right?
It's very good.
Just an opportunity to kind of bring a little bit of more traditional Chinese tea service. We have a wonderful black tea that's dried with lychee peels, so it has this wonderful fragrance to it as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. I'm so glad that you were able to take some time and do this with me and share the lunch items. When we come back, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to meet with Chef Alvin and kind of talk to him about his culinary passion and what the menu is going to be moving forward for Duckine. Is there anything that you want to share? Any last words?
Come and check us out at Duckine. We have an awesome lunch menu, and we're really excited for everybody to try new amazing cocktails and new amazing flavors that we're bringing to Lahaina.
Thank you very much. Let's finish our lunch.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. And we're with Executive Chef Alvin Savella. And you're also part owner of this restaurant.
Yes, I am.
So you're kind of the bougie chef, yeah? Out of the chefs that are part of this restaurant group.
I guess you can say that. I always start with what I know as my roots, and I like to finish stuff with foie gras, caviar, ikura, lobsters. I guess you could say I am the bougie guy.
So I asked every chef today, you guys are all Lahaina Luna grads, local. So
Yeah.
who would you say is the best chef out of you three?
The best chef out of us three. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, with that being said, we are going to look at this amazing spread that you prepared here. What's happening?
So we opened this restaurant. We wanted to do a take on local Chinese flair. I wanted to keep a poke on the menu. We have poke there. We have it with fresh kampachi, tabiko, served with some shrimp chips and a citrus dashi aioli. On that side there, we have our endive salad, Marcona almonds. I have a curry cashew butter tossed in a lime vinaigrette and fresh herbs. On this side, we have our pork hash or pork dumplings, shumai style. I have kurabuta pork in there, water chestnuts. I have a dipping sauce of pickled ginger and black vinegar.
Those are big pieces.
Yeah, I wanted
Really
I
big.
wanted them to stand out. You
They
know what I
stand
mean?
out.
Like,
Everything here is standing out.
everybody kind of does pork hash. I wanted it to be a little bit different. Brought in the kurabuta pork.
Wow.
Little high-end, higher marbling pork. Yeah, I made them nice and big, so they're nice juicy bites.
And then this,
And then this big creation here
It's
is
like Aladdin's lamp,
bowl of Duckine.
Bull of Duckine.
The
I
bowl
love
of
it.
Duckine, named after the restaurant. We have ube noodles, which we make in house. We have lobster tails, Maine lobsters. We have duck wontons in there, and the half duck. The broth that we use for that is a red miso coconut butter.
And then to wash it all down, you chose the
What the duck?
duck. And what's in here? Duck fat?
It's a duck fat washed whiskey.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers to duck fat. That's very smooth.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Props to Haley at the bar.
Which we're going to talk to
Yeah,
in a little bit. Let's start with this. I mean, we got it. I would love to try this. I'm going to have you do the honors.
Me?
You're the chef. So what was the inspiration behind the menu?
Like I said, we wanted to do something local Chinese flavor. This was actually the last thing that we decided to put on the menu. We wanted to do something that was like with our other food, we wanted to do something that was like a wow,
Wow.
Yeah, like we make our ube noodles in house. This broth is the broth that I've been known to do.
So this, you put together lobster, wontons, half a duck, ube noodles, and then the broth consists of what?
I start with some duck stock, and then I finish off with some coconut milk, gochujang, miso, and some butter.
So there's a lot of Asian flavor profiles
For
here.
sure, yeah.
Not just one, but a blend.
Yes.
That's that's really good.
I gotta check what you're tasting.
This is really good. So this should be able. So this is kind of like a typical meal that you would actually encourage people to order.
Yeah, I mean, when we did this restaurant, we talked about doing food family style. I grew up in a family we never ate out too much, and everybody put food on the table, and we ate family style. We all shared everything. My uncles lived next door, or my uncle and auntie lived next door. My cousins lived next door, and everyone would bring something to the table, and that was the idea. With this, I wanted to be shareable, and food brings people together.
So like back in the plantation days a long time ago, that's the way it was, right? And that's how these plate lunches and things like that happen and evolve.
Yeah.
So I love that you're including so many different ethnicities into a Chinese food type of menu that really resonates first and foremost with duck.
Yeah.
Hence the name.
Duckine.
So let's try this. That's like the biggest pork hash I've ever seen. This was amazing. This could feed 3 people, one piece. So this is something that, is this like on the lunch menu? Can you order this on the lunch menu? All day menu?
Our black vinegar, shoyu, and ginger right there for tasting.
Water chestnuts in there.
Yeah, give it a little bit of crunchy texture.
Love it. So this menu is kind of evolving. This is something you put together. The fish, and I'm not gonna lie, I was here a couple days ago and I was with Amber and we tried a few of these dishes. The one that she was telling me about was this one. This is like the Midas plate, right? Right here.
That is it, right
and
there.
And then I don't see foie gras here though.
That's true. I forgot the foie. We can get some foie gras going.
What do you love about this restaurant?
Besides being able to create the food, the vibe, the energy in here is anything different from anything else we have in mind.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time, creating this amazing food. Cheers to you. And I love the fact that you know Mike, our camera guy. You guys went to college together. I love it. Well, thank you for watching Where Hawaii Eats. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Season 5 of Where Hawaii Eats is sponsored by the Honolulu Star Advertisers Dining Out, Cisco, Hawaii, the Outrigger Hotels and Resorts, Hawaii Cancer Care, Maui's Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows, Red Knot, Hawaii.